Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you are here today. Just a quick reminder before I get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so that you never miss any of my videos. So today we're gonna do a little bit different type of video. So I am gonna do a wig review. I am wearing a human hair wig that was sent to me by a company called WigShe, which is a Chinese vendor. I chose to do a review for them because I looked at their website and I felt like for you all watching my videos, the website was very user-friendly. And, I don't have to use like a WhatsApp or whatever to communicate with them and things like that. They have a support email. I did work with them through their email. I also worked with them through messaging on Instagram. So I found that the communication was fairly easy with them. And I was curious to see what the product looked like. So I'm going to give you the pros and cons of this wig. And I want you to make the decision after you watch the entire video, how you feel about ordering one for yourself. It is definitely a budget-friendly wig. It is, a lower price point than most human hair wigs that you're gonna find on the market. The hair is actually pretty nice, which I like. So if you like the wig after you watch the full review and get all the information, I do have a discount code that they gave me where you can save yourself 10%, and that code is Lisa. I will put it over here so you can remember it, screenshot it, whatever. And of course, there'll be links in the drop-down box down below the video for purchasing. So without further ado, we will get into the review. Okay, so first things first, the first thing I'm gonna need to do with this wig is remove this excess lace that comes, intact. What this lace does, the reason they leave this on here is it allows you to customize your hairline. So if you have a widow's peak or something like that, you're able to, cut along here and maybe go around that widow's peak or whatever and just make the hairline work for you. So it's really nice. It's okay when you're cutting the lace, to cut off a little bit of hair if you need to or whatever, just to customize that. Fortunately, my hairline, my hairline's receded back. My hair loss is around the edge here. So I don't have to worry about anything right here. I can just cut it in a simple U. So I'm gonna pop in a little video. Got one hair bothering me here. I'm gonna pop in a little video here in just a minute that will show you, I'm just gonna speed it up, showing you how I cut the lace. And I'll pop in a little link here because I do have a link to a longer video with more detail about how I cut lace on a wig. But I wanna show you the lace real quick before I do that. So the lace starts under the ear tab here, and then it follows the whole hairline and goes over to under the ear tab on this side. So it's very, very easy to just run your scissors across that. You can use pinking shears if you want to. I just don't do it that way, and I don't have a problem with lace with not doing it that way. I just use hair trimming scissors. They're very sharp, they're very, precise, very fine cut, and they work great. So I'm gonna cut the lace and I'll pop in a little video here of me doing it. So now the lace is cut and I decided I want to change my part. So I thought I was going to just do it, and then I thought, well, I'll go ahead and do it on camera so y'all can see how I changed the part. So I just used a rat tail comb. I'm moving the part more over to the left. I have my spray bottle with water. I'm just going to spray a little bit of water up there, flatten it out. And I should just be able to use my so we will get started talking about my opinions about the wig. So I want to start off, I'm just going to read to you what the website says, and I'm going to show you a picture from the website that shows what the wig should look like, okay? Because I have a few issues with the color. I feel like the color was definitely misrepresented on the website, and that's a big red flag and a big, like, you know, something I want you guys to take note of when you're making a decision to purchase this wig or not. So this is the description from their website. This is the Chic Blonde Ombre Wig. The SKU is wig 009. It is a 12-inch shoulder length invisible lace human hair wig. The retail price with the settings that I'm gonna give you was $509.99, okay? So here's what I ordered. If you look at their website, you'll see where you can choose the density. So I chose, you can choose either 120% density or 150%. I chose 120%. On the lace, it says HD lace. I chose that. I think that was the only choice. They have a lace front cap or a full lace cap. I chose full lace cap. They have the sizes. The sizes say average, which is, I'm assuming, medium, large, and small, and I chose small. So by putting in these, oh, and on the knots, it will say lightly bleached knots versus fully bleached knots. I chose lightly bleached knots. I hope my finger's going to go along with all this stuff that I'm going to pop in here when I do my editing. I chose lightly bleached knots, and I do like the appearance of the knots. We'll look at those up close in just a moment. So the description of the hair itself, it is 100%, this is directly from their website, y'all, 100% highest quality premium human hair, silky soft and smooth premium texture, invisible lace with very tiny knots. I agree with that. I like the texture. It does have a smooth, very nice, soft, very fine denier texture to it. 14 inches in length. So this is where I got a little confused because I ordered 12 inches and then down below it says 14 inches. You can choose different lengths, so it could just be that. And when I go over the measurements, you'll see that this does have a 14-inch measurement in it. So, but when I ordered 12-inch, I was actually thinking that I was getting just a 12-inch wig. I pictured when I said 12-inch that it would be a bob, okay? Like it would be all 12 inches. It's not. This front layer is 12 inches, but then it goes down to longer lengths, which we'll get into in a minute. So I thought that was a little deceiving when I put that in on the website. So something to note about that. It says pre-cut with long, subtle layering for natural movement, debulked, which means they've thinned it out, and ready to wear. So it's definitely a nice low density. You're not going to get a lot of volume in this unless you were to have them, you know, have somebody cut layers into it or whatever. I don't think they do that. I would receive the wig and send it to a stylist for any kind of coloring and styling, you know, extra cutting or whatever that needed to be done to it, so I could have more control over that. Medium density is what they describe, 120%. I feel that it's low density, which I really like. And then they say, our caps have some stretch, so please select a size that's closest to your measurement. They give their support email, which is support@wigshe.com. I highly recommend that you work with them through email, give them your specific measurements. That's what I did. And let them help you choose a size. Know your normal, and I'll tell you how the small fit, and hopefully that will help you, you know, make that decision. And definitely read their return policy also before you order. I would tell you this about any human hair wig, read the return policy, because there can be things in there that, you know, might sneak up on you. They do allow returns. I think they said they had like a 3-day turnaround or something. So read that, note that, and know those things up front before you order. That is what I would advise. So, all right, so let's start looking at the wig itself. So I showed you, you know, it came parted in the middle. So I showed you in that little blip how I, you know, changed the part. It was very easy to do. It has a full lace top, so you can part it wherever you want to, which is really nice. I do agree that the knots are tiny. I'm very happy with the knots, and they are lightly bleached according to what I ordered, and they do look nice. I mean, I'm not seeing the knots, and I really, really like that. I can see them just a little bit on the part, but it's not terrible. So I'm really, really pleased with the way that turned out. So looks really good. Like I said, that lace goes, you know, all the way down the ear tabs before you cut it, but I have good coverage around the ear tabs. I love the fact that there's just a little bit of spacing right here. So this must be about 10 ear to ear is my guess, because I'm 11 and there's just a little bit of space on either side, which is fine with me because I would rather have that than have like it was with that Emma hairpiece wig where I had to cut the ear tab down. And that wig still, even though I have cut that ear tab down, it's still not really 100% comfortable. So I either need to work on it some more or do something more with it. But anyway, I do like, between these two wigs, I like this cap better so far. So, you know, looks really, really good. So like I said, you can change your part. You saw me do that, but you know, you could part it wherever you want to, which is really, really nice. So the hair texture, as you can see, and I hope you can kind of see that, it's really baby fine. I don't know if this is Remy, but it looks like it's Remy to me. They call it, like I said, they call it premium, which I don't know exactly what that means. I'm just gonna be honest with you, but it doesn't look, you know, frizzy or funky. And I've worn it around my house and the nape didn't tangle at all or anything like that. So I tend to think that, you know, this is Remy. So sorry, there's one in my face as usual. But anyway, so, okay, so the measurements that I had to measure this, because of course the only measurement they gave me was 12 inches, and then it said something about 14 inches, which I didn't totally understand. So I should have read the description a little better because they did describe it as more of a layered wig, and that's definitely what it looked like in the picture. I'll try to show you the picture on my iPad, or I'll pop it in if this doesn't work. No, that's not gonna work. So here's the picture, I'll pop it in. So you can see it's got like, you know, some layering around the face, and I feel like it does look pretty similar to the picture. So with the exception of the color. Which we'll get to in a minute. Okay, so measurements for this, I measured an 8 to 9 inch measurement in the nape. So that gives me plenty of hair, you know, to do a ponytail, whatever. A 12 inch measurement here at this front layer. And then 15 inch measurement in the back. I measured it from kind of where I came off of the lace and down. And I got a 15 inch measurement back there. And then I think there's a few others, so there's probably a 14 in here somewhere, because you can see that it just kind of gradually, it's just layered down to the edge, which I think looks nice. Now this is straight out of the box. I didn't, other than changing the part, I didn't add any curl to it or anything like that. I thought we might go back to the bathroom and add some curl to it at the end of the video so you can see how it curls and everything. And I'll see how that works right along with you because I haven't curled it yet. So, okay. We'll talk about the color in just a minute. Okay, so color. So the color on this one is the place where I kind of have an issue. I don't feel like this looks like this picture. Let's look at this picture for a minute next to this wig. I don't think the rooting matches. You know, it just does not look the same as what I was expecting from this picture. And when I looked at the rooting on this picture, I was thinking, oh, well, that'll match my eyebrows. This, does not match my eyebrows. And I don't like this sort of warm, dark blonde. It's just not working with my skin tone. So in addition to, you know, now this wig was gifted to me, so I did not have to pay for the wig, but I will be having to pay in order to wear it because I don't like this color. I'm gonna have to send it off to my stylist and I'm gonna have the color corrected. And when I do that, I will definitely share with y'all in a video to show the difference between what it looks like now and what it looks like when I get it back, you know, from my stylist. So, but definitely, you know, it is an ombre. It does have this long root of, like I said, it's kind of a light, very light, kind of red gold toned brunette or red gold toned blonde. I mean, they're so close to each other as far as when you get dark blonde and light brunette, you know. And then it goes into these lighter strands where I see kind of a platinum. And I do like that lighter strand going through there. And I don't mind the warm, you know, the kind of warmish blonde going through it. I just don't like it on the roots. I need, you know, a better root color. This just does not look good with my skin tone. In fact, my rule of being able to wear like any wig color with any shirt. I like put a bunch of shirts on, and I can't make this, I can't make this color. I can't be happy in this color with any color on. I can't tell you how many shirts I put on, like white, gray, black. It looked okay with an olive colored shirt, but I probably should have worn that. But so I went with this sort of, you know, maroony red color, but I just don't like the color on me, to be honest. So, so anyway, that is one place I'm disappointed in what I got versus what I thought I was getting is definitely in this color. So I haven't really turned, so I'll show you the, you know, the color and the style here. Okay, and we will take it outside and we'll check out the color and see what it looks like outdoors. Check it out outside. See where you can see that reddish tint to it? Like a strawberry blonde is what it looks like out here. But that's not, you know, that's not what I was expecting. Then here's the, you know, other colors as it goes down the root, down the strand, excuse me. Here's the lace. So the knot, like I said, the knots, I'm really happy with the knots. So right on the edge of the sun here, and then I'll step into the sun. Very strawberry blonde looking. Okay, we can take a look at the usual, you know, you can easily tuck her behind the ears. Glasses are super easy. She's low density. She's so natural, you know. I love the natural density. The, you know, really the only, my biggest complaint is I have to have this color fixed. So, you know, headband, perfectly, super easy with a headband. I love that she actually has the length more than 12 inches now that I have her. You know, you can do the half up, half down. She'll do that really easily. She'll go in a ponytail. Oh, I need to show you all the inside of the cap too. So cute, you know, you could twist her. This 12-inch layer could come down around your face, or again, you know, you could have your stylist, you know, trim in a few more layers or whatever, you know, and so I really like that. So let's do, you know, a little bit of curling on her, and then I'll pop her off and we can look at the interior of the cap, because I'm trying to cover all the information, and so I'm kind of feeling like, okay, am I covering everything? You know, and I forgot to show you all the inside of the cap. So, okay, so just put a little curl. This is always not the easiest thing to do on camera, but I just thought, let's see how she curls together. So I suspect it's going to be great. Oh yeah, look, very happy with that. Very pretty curl. Curl the other side too. This is kind of my standard because I don't know a lot about styling hair. I'm gonna be totally honest. My hair, when I had hair, was so baby fine. I think that's why I love the texture of this wig. But as far as styling, like it would never hold curl. Oh, isn't that nice? Look, very nice. Very nice. I love the way it's curling. Very pleased. So anyway, so I just, you know, I certainly used curling irons and stuff like that, especially in the 80s, you know, on my hair when I had hair. But, you know, as I got older, I primarily wore it in a bob and things like that, just because it was just easier to just let it do what it wanted to do, because it just was so baby fine. It just didn't have a lot of, you know, I think I have too much there, but we'll still play around with it. You know, a lot of volume and density to it to do much with it. So I just like cut it in a bob and just let it be in a bob. So, but oh yeah, very nice. I'm very pleased. I like that a lot. Those cool down a little bit. So I usually will put like, you know, curls like this in, and then I just sort of finger comb through them. Or sometimes if they're like too loop-de-loo or whatever, then I will, you know, maybe comb through them all the way and just get them to relax more. Or if I get them too, because like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing. Sometimes I take my flat iron over them or whatever and try to make them less curly. But I like the way these are just curling on the ends because I really like to have the low density on top. So that looks really good. Okay, I will pop her off and we can look at the interior of the cap before we wrap this up. Here's the inside of the cap. So this is that lace top. And then you can see you still have lace that goes down in front of your ear tabs even after you cut it. You know, you can cut it back more or whatever if you want to, but I think that's going to be a really good, you know, place. You know, I probably would go through and clean up a few little edges there, but for the most part, I'm happy with, you know, that hairline, the way it turned out. So, but she does have ear tabs, and she comes with these combs. You know, these are those little pressure combs. And you can take these out. Let me get it back to where it was. You can take these out. You know, they're just stitched in with a few stitches if you don't need them. I find they don't really bother me. I have them in some other human hair wigs. I just leave them in there. I just don't use them because obviously I don't have anything for them to clip onto. But for those of you that do have hair for them to clip onto, those are really convenient. So is there metal in the ear tab? Yes, it's always hard to tell when they put a comb in there. I can't tell if there's metal in the ear tab. I'm just gonna be honest. So the cap itself is machine wefted. So you can see it's all wefted. To me, it still gives the appearance of like a hand-tied cap on the outside. I like a wefted cap. They're strong. They last a long time. With my hand-tied human hair wigs, I kind of feel like I have to, you know, baby them a little bit because the hair comes out more easily and stuff like that. With these wefted cap wigs, they're really strong. I don't lose a lot of hair. So there's a comb up here when you come off of the lace top. Again, you can leave that in or remove it. I just find that it lays flat. I don't even know it's in there. There's a comb here at the nape. So same thing, you can leave it in. You know, you can use that if you have hair back there, you can just use that for more stability, or you can take it out. She does have an extended nape that's got lace on it, and then she has hook adjusters. And with this small size cap, I was able to leave those hook adjusters, you know, just on that very first, they weren't hooked, so I just hooked them on the first loop to start and see how that worked. And that seems to be a good measurement. So again, comb over here. I'll put her back on. I'll show you how easy she is to just, you know, put on and take off. Just get her on and get her adjusted here. And then I'll talk about the way the cap is fitting me. So I am 11 ear to ear. I am 13 forehead to nape, and my circumference is 21 inches. So this small cap is fitting my head perfectly. I'm very, very happy with the fit. Like I said earlier, there's just a tiny space under each ear tab, which is fine with me. I would rather have just a tiny space so that those ear tabs and the cap are not pushing on my ear, but there's no impinging of that cap. You know, there's plenty of room. I can put my finger between the cap. I hope I'm showing that. It's hard to tell. You know, between the cap and my ear, so that cap is never going to be pushing on my ear. The ear tab is not pushing on my ear. So the cap is very, very comfortable, and I'm really, really pleased with it. Okay, so just for fun, I did go ahead and go through before I did this little wrap-up section and curled the rest of the wig. So, you know, you can kind of see, I really think that she looks pretty curled. I love the hair, I have to say. The hair is so nice. It's so soft, you know. I don't feel like after I wash it, I don't think it's gonna, you know, I'm not sure if it'll dry wavy or dry straight. I will update you guys on that later on once I do that. But I think first off, I'm gonna send it to my colorist, and I'm gonna have the color corrected so that I can wear it, because I'm actually really, really pleased. The cap, like I said, the cap fits great. The lace was easy to cut. I love where the ear tabs are falling. I love all that about it. My only complaint was that this color didn't quite turn out the way it looked in the picture. And so I'm definitely gonna have to have that color corrected. But I think once I do that, I'm gonna love the wig. And even with color correction, if you add the, you know, $510 that it costs from the website, plus it'll probably cost me with shipping and tipping and all that kind of stuff, around $300 to have it colored. I'm still looking at a really nice human hair wig, in my opinion, for, you know, it's a grand total. It'll end up costing me about $800, which is still cheaper than a lot of human hair wigs. So have to say, I'm pretty pleased with it. I hope you find this video helpful. Remember, if you are interested in this wig, I would recommend that you email them at support@wigshe.com, and you talk about exactly what you're looking for. You talk about your measurements, you talk about, you know, the caps and all that kind of stuff. And what else? Oh, and then I have the discount code Lisa, which will help you save 10%. So purchasing information and that discount code will be available in the information box underneath the video. So thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, don't forget, you're absolutely beautiful. Bye.